I'm Anak Saga, metric number D202311056116. I am from Group C, Friday class Dr. Fareha. Today, I'll be presenting on the first assignment for English language teaching methodology. First, I will start with about myself. I am 21 years old this year, and my date of birth is on 31st of May 2003. Everyone can address me as Daryl because it is my nickname. Currently, I'm in my second year studying my degree in teaching English as a second language. Okay, so moving on my e-portfolio. So we're gonna start with secondary English language curriculum. Okay, what is secondary English language curriculum? According to my understanding it is important as it aims to build students' proficiency in all aspects of language, such as reading, writing, speaking, and listening, all at the same time, helping them develop their way of thinking critically, analyze text, and express themselves more clearly. This curriculum plays a foundational role in preparing students for academic success and effective communication in a globalized world. In this page, I will be showing you 5 of the cover page for DSKP or SELC from Form 1 to Form 5. So this is a standardized version that is being used in all across Malaysia for secondary school. So for the next part is going to be on motivation. Okay, what is motivation? According to my understanding, motivation is an internal process that drives individuals to take action, pursue goals, and achieve certain outcomes. And it is a force that initiates and sustains behavior, influencing how people feel, think, and act. Motivation can be seen as a reason or a set of reasons why an individual engage in a specific activities or seek to accomplish particular tasks. Motivation is something that the teachers need to put an eye out, especially when it comes to students, as they need to be continuously feeling motivated throughout the day, because motivation can actually help the students receive more information. They can memorize all of the information that is given to them as they feel like there is a purpose of them doing so. So over here, there are a list of why motivation is important to an individual. For example, here is they drive action and achievement, increase productivity, enhance performance, and promote learning and growth. Now we're going to actually move to the language learning strategies and styles. Okay, according to my understanding, language learning strategies is a technique, method, or approaches that learners use to enhance their understanding and mastery of a new language. These strategies help students to engage with the language more effectively, making the learning process more efficient and enjoyable. Language learning strategies combine cognitive, social, affective, and metacognitive approach to facilitate learning. By using a variety of strategies such as repetition, collaboration, or self-reflection can help learners improve their language skills, especially in listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Incorporating technology and practicing regularly also play a key role in achieving fluency among students. Okay, here below is an example of language learning strategies and its description. Okay, for cognitive, we can easily say it has something to do with repetition. Okay, students repeat new words or phrases to reinforce memory. Every day, we can ask the students to prepare, or the teachers can prepare at least 5 words for the students to memorize. We make them repeat the words, repeat the meaning behind those words, because with that, they will actually memorize and use it for their future writing activities or speaking tasks. Okay, next is summarization, which is condensing and paraphrasing information in your own words. This is actually helpful because we cannot expect the students to 100% follow our words when it comes to their own studying. So it's actually great when the students can create their own notes. So this notes is only for them to understand. It's special for them only. Next is metacognitive strategies. So metacognitive strategies, we can go for planning and monitoring. So we set specific goals for language learning. For example, just like the first one I said, we can give them learn 2 to 10 new words daily. So it doesn't have to be a bombastic words or anything special. It can something that the students are least familiar to, but not in a hard way. So daily we can give them 10 new words or 5 new words which they can memorize the meaning and learn how to spell. So it can be actually be useful for them in the future. Next, teachers should always monitor their students regularly to check their understanding and progress in learning, because if we do not monitor them, we will never know in which level are they already in. Okay. Next is social strategies. As the name goes, social. We need to let our students socialize. Doesn't matter with their friends, with their teachers, with their siblings, their parents, as long as they socialize, because that actually can enhance their skills in collaboration and asking questions. In collaboration, they should work with other learners, especially their classmates. So it all starts with a simple conversation. So they practice using conversation with their partner or in a group of 4 or 5 or 6. It works either way. And next is asking question. Students, they ask teachers when they are seeking for clarification or asking about unfamiliar words, phrase or grammar rules, in which the teacher play a key role in explaining it to them A to Z clearly so that they can understand what is the message being conveyed. Next is effective strategies. Oh, what is effective strategies? Self-encouragement. Students should learn how to use positive talk and stay motivated and reduce anxiety. So students should never feel like they are failing or they feel down just because they can't do or can't say the words that their friend can do. We move to the 4 types of learning styles. So every students, they are different. They have different learning style, different approaches. So it is our responsibility to cater to their learning styles. So in my opinion, learning style, it refers to different ways of individuals prefer to process and absorb information and how student learns, understand and retain new materials. So the 4 learning styles here is visual learner, which the student learn best by seeing diagram, charts or video. Then we have auditory learner, in which students use their hearing to listen to lecture, podcasts, discussion and audio recordings or ebooks for them to study and retain new information. Next is kinesthetic learner, learn best through movement and hands-on experience. For example, role playing in a class, conversation activities in which they need to create a sentence what they want to communicate with each other, or reading. And there's the last one, which is reading and writing learners. Learners learn best through reading and writing, which is common because student loves to read text, take notes, write essay and making lists. But I will not generalize it because every student is different. That's why there's 4 types of learning styles. Actually going to move on to what is ESL teaching approaches. So what is ESL teaching approaches? Just like the previous one, ESL teaching approach, they refers to method and strategies used to teach English to non-native speakers, especially in Malaysian school context. So this approach are designed to address the need of students when it comes to learning English in various contexts, such as in primary school, middle school or high school. The goal is only one, which is to improve students' proficiency in the 4 main language skill, which is listening, speaking, reading and writing. Okay, over here I actually list on few of ESL teaching approaches. So these approaches are designed to help and aid teachers when it comes to conveying new knowledge to ESL learners, thus providing a clear information which is important. And here are the approaches and explanations. So at first we have the communicative language teaching, or CLT, which focus on emphasizing communication and practical use of language in real life situation. And for the key features, it highlights on fluency over accuracy. Next, we have task-based language teaching, or TBLT, which focus on learning through the completion of meaningful and real-world tasks. And the key features is central unit of instruction, planning a trip, or conducting surveys. Moving on to total physical response, or TPR, which focus on language learning through physical movement and action. And the key feature is learners' response to commands or instruction, which requires them to physically acting them. For example, stand up, touch your nose. Next is content-based instruction, or CBI, which focus on teaching English through academic subject. For example, English, science, or history. And language is learned in the context of subject matter, not in isolation. And we have the audiolingual method, or ALM, which is repetition and pattern drill to enforce language structure. For example, it relies on drills, repetition, and memorization to teach grammar and vocabulary. And last but not least is community language learning, or CLL, which focus on learners are encouraged to interact with each other and use language in social context. So the key feature is a teacher must facilitate communication rather than directly teaching learners to use the target language in a group discussion or activity. So in my understanding, it could be the teacher must initiate the contact or initiate the communication with the student rather than asking them to do so. Because asking them to do so could be some student may not find it useful, so it's better if the teacher started first and then they let the student follow the flow. 35 Kagan Cooperative Strategy. According to my understanding, it is designed to engage all students in active participation, promote collaboration, and enhance learning through structured group activities in the classroom. So these strategies are particularly effective of fostering social interaction, critical thinking, and cooperative skills among students. Okay, here in my slide, actually I list down the 35 Kagan Cooperative Learning Strategies. I will not be reading it one by one, but I will be picking out some that is commonly used in Malaysian school context. For example, as far as I know, we have think, pair, share, we have partners, we have four corners, think, pair, share with a twist, round table, brainstorming, round robin, snowball. All of these are actually conducted in ESL classroom. Because here, let me give you an example of think, pair, share, in which two individuals have to think of an idea. Then they pair with each other and they further discuss on what the ideas they have been thinking, and they share it with the whole class. So this is something that we are commonly exposed to in a class. And another one is round table, in which a student in a group of 4 or 6, they sit together and discuss the topic of what are they given. For example, the teacher gave them a topic, hobby. So what do they need to discuss on hobby? The benefits, the importance, the side effects, or etc. All of it is needed. So when they sit together in a round table, they can help each other learn. So it's like peer and peer learning. So it is important to at least instill or use 20 of the listed 35 Kagan Cooperative Learning Strategies in a classroom. As it says just now, it helps foster social interaction, critical thinking, and cooperative skills among students, which is important for their growth.